I have been asked to do a number of videos. It was the deal I struck with the team in order to be able to come on my, I think it's 4th or 5th holiday this summer, and I got one more to go. I'm supporting my coach at the Olympics. I'm just going back to the bus to get back into Copacabana after seeing the 10-meter platform diving with Tom Daly. I get asked a lot about what kind of mortgages I take. So I think the real question is, who is your mortgage advisor? And I actually work with two, and they are both absolutely superb. I typically work with one mortgage advisor, and he knows who he is, so hello! And I can't rate him high enough. Tries his best, is a great at admin, but great at product knowledge, and tenacious, won't give up, and very kind and gracious under stress. And his skill is product knowledge, but also being able to pick up the phone and create almost like a narrative, if you like, so that he can present best this case to the person before we actually put the mortgage application in. So of course, if you can imagine, I jumped out my job, I started a new business, I had 3 months worth of books. Now, who's going to fund me at that point? Yes, I had 1.8 million portfolio at the time, which now is, a little tiddly portfolio, but at the time was, wow for me. But nonetheless, all that portfolio was just being built. Some was still under refurb. It was all kind of hope and future rather than day-to-day reality. I was living on beans on toast. How was I going to get funded? And through the skill of this particular mortgage advisor, he was able to pick up the phone to either the chief underwriter or the BDM, the business development manager for the mortgage company, and explain who I was, what I was doing, and check whether they'd be interested in me as a case. So there's no point us wasting our time if we couldn't get, oh, look at this, look at the flags. Can you see? I think it's a family. And then I also work with another chap, and again, I don't think he watches, but if he is, you know who you are absolutely amazing. And again, super organised, and that's more for working on short-term bridging. And again, he can pick up the phone, he knows how to present a case. And you notice I have got very long-term relationships with my two financial advisors. I rate them enormously highly, but also they've been doing my work for years, so they've continued to present my portfolio in exactly the same format to all the different banks that they work with. So the banks don't suddenly go, hang on a minute here, we did a check on her, and she presented differently in a different way to a different bank. So it's about continuity, it's about trust, but both of those mortgage advisors or financial advisors can pick up the phone to the business development managers, often to the operations director, occasionally to the chief exec actually, and certainly to the chief underwriter. And that's the important thing, not so much what kind of mortgage do you get. I try and get, personally when I started I went on fixed mortgages, but who is you and your financial management team that can pick up the phone to talk through a case so that you know whether you're going to be eligible in advance or not. It's kind of, and there's no dodginess to it at all. It's simply professional discussion on, here is a case, I think this is a fit for you guys, would you agree? If so, then I'll put it forward. So it's about who is in your financial team, not so much the kind of mortgages that you take on, at least in the starting stage. The kind of mortgages I took on were 5-year fixed. I felt that I couldn't afford a big hike in interest rates. As it was, I got that wrong because there'd been no hike in interest rates at all, but it gave me a level of reduced risk that I was very grateful for. And actually I'm still looking at mainly 5-year fixed at the moment because it just keeps my steadiness in terms of the interest that I pay, and it keeps that part of my portfolio just lovely and steady. And a steady reoccurring interest income is really what you want in a business. Hope that's useful. See you soon. Bye.